Hey guys, welcome to Volatile Upgrade. Playing Mega Man X Legacy Collection, Part 2. And hey Tibbs, welcome to the stream, dude. Sorry to keep you waiting. Alright, so. Last time, when we left off, we were halfway through Mega Man X2. And, I didn't get us to the actual game in time, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start with what do they call it in this one? The X Hunter stages? X Hunter stage, yeah, that's right. We're gonna start with the X Hunter stage, stage number 2. So last time we beat all 8 Maverick Hunters and got all the items, so we're fully powered up. Anorak says, heyo. Hey Anorak, welcome to the stream, dude. Also, one more thing. Adam will be here. He's just running a few minutes late. He let me know that he was heading out. Ouch. Just a little while ago. So he should be here in a matter of minutes. Super Sheep says, why hello, part 2 is here, and again, my profile finally changed. Nice. I do see it. I don't get the point of those screwdriver enemies. Oh, jeez. Right, this part. Ugh. Tib says, I'd say that's more than just half the game. Yeah, you're probably right. So, it probably won't take too long to beat the X Hunter stage here. Maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Anorak says, I just got Project 64 earlier today. Been playing Mario 64. Do you know a safe place to get Nintendo ROMs? Unfortunately not. As I posted in the Discord earlier, I used to get them through MU Paradise too. But unfortunately, those ROMs have been... Or that ROM site has been sued by Nintendo. Oh, jeez. So, yeah. Getting ROMs is still possible. And I encourage you to look around. There are certainly still sites where you can get them. But making sure it's free, or, I mean, making sure it's safe, that might be a bit trickier. I'm gonna have to find a good spot for ROMs too. Anorak says they closed down because they were scared of Nintendo doing that. Oh. I was under the impression that Nintendo actually sued them. Tib says, the only thing remotely related to emulator I use is Virtual Console. Well, that's probably good. Because technically pirating ROMs is illegal. It's weird. It's kind of a gray area. I mean, there are ways to go about it clean. Like ROM dumps and stuff, but that stuff can be tricky to do. And emulating isn't technically illegal. It's downloading the ROMs that technically is. It's kind of a weird situation. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, that wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Anorak says, since Nintendo was suing a bunch of other ROM sites. Oh, I see now. Up. Oh, jeez. Skyler says, I'm waiting for my hot dogs to cook. Well, hey, Sky. Welcome to the stream. Anorak says, I found a net website that has a bunch of Nintendo ROMs, and I'm pretty sure net websites are safer. Okay. Well, you'll have to let me know how that goes, because I'm hoping to find a good ROM site, too. Ouch. Portal ROMs is usually pretty good. I think. I've had pretty good experiences with them anyway. Or was that a different ROM? There's so many ROM sites, dude. Super Sheep asks, what is a ROM? Well, a ROM is basically a game. The read-only memory of the cartridge or disc that the game is stored on. The ROM is the game itself. It's the actual coding for it. And those can be dumped from their medium, whether that be a cartridge or a disc. Oh boy, here we go. I might have to focus for this part, but I'll get back to the explanation in a moment. I gotta go all the way back to the beginning, don't I? Nope. Okay, good. So the ROM, the programming of the video game, can be accessed via ROM dump and put in a computer. And that part's not the illegal part. But when it comes to downloading a ROM, it's illegal to upload it, distribute it, and download it to a website because, again, that ROM is the game itself. It's... if you're letting people take it for free, then that's a problem. That's considered piracy. Tib says, isn't emulator illegal if you haven't played the actual game? Well, that's the tricky part. Emulators themselves aren't illegal. Using a computer to act like the video game console itself, that part's not illegal if the person makes it themselves, doesn't, like, you know, pirate it in some way. But the emulator itself isn't illegal. It's when you download the ROMs free of charge that it's illegal. It's a weird gray area. Oh boy, here we go. Not a big fan of this guy. Ouch. Ouch. Don't you do it. Yeah, you kind of just have to brute force this guy. And I got him. What? How could he have overloaded my circuits? Arrgh! Anorak says, anyway, I'm gonna go download Dolphin and Mario Sunshine. Maybe Luigi's Mansion. Tib says, you should get SM64 Star Road, Anorak. It's a ROM hack. I also suggest The Last Impact, though it's generally, or Super Mario 64 The Last Impact. It's also a ROM hack, but generally it's stated that Star Road is the better one. Super Sheep says, I remember a Simpsons episode where Homer pirates a movie and he gets a movie about him saying pirating movies is okay. And when the town pirates his movie about saying pirating is good, he goes berserk. That sounds hilarious. Skylar says, going to check on my hot dogs and make the rest of my dinner. Be back. Okay. Anorak says, I can't get ROM hacks to work on Project 64. ROM hacks can kind of be tricky sometimes to get them implemented. I had trouble with the Return to Dinosaur Land ROM hack for Super Mario World, but eventually, through an actual hexadecimal code editor, I was able to get it working. Take that. Okay. So I'm not hot on this section here, but that's alright. I can do it. I can do it. I'm not scared. Anorak says, time to wait 2 hours for this to download. I hear you, dude. Up here at mine and Adam's apartment, we have pretty good internet. That's what allows us to stream, of course. But at home, or at my parents' house, I should say, they do not have good internet, and trying to download anything there is a nightmare. Tib says also SM74EE is a very hard one. I should check into that. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna tank it. Who cares? I don't. Although I probably should. Hiya! Hiya! Anorak says, this is my first time doing emulation on PCs. I've only ever used ROMs and emulators on my phone. Interesting. I don't think my phone would be powerful enough to run an emulator. Oh, this is Surges, isn't it? Oh. Well, here we go. By the way, speaking of emulators and such, at the end of the last stream, I had mentioned that Mario 3D Land was the last 3D Mario game that, oh, I can't think. One second. I had mentioned that Mario 3D Land was the last 3D Mario game we hadn't played for our channel, and that I would look into getting an emulator for 3DS to play it. Okay, and I did some research. I did find a 3DS emulator. However, after considerable work trying to get it to run on my computer, found out that my computer specs are way too low to play it, so it looks like we won't be able to do Mario 3D Land anytime soon. It was called Citra, and, well, my CPU just isn't fast enough to run it. I'll get to you guys' comments in a second. And skadoosh. This is impossible. The prophecy must be fulfilled. Anorak says, oh, trust me, they run fine. At least everything up to N64 standards. Maybe I'll have to look into it then. Super Sheep says, guess who's back? Back again. Welcome back, Super Sheep. Tip says, 3DS emulators are usually bad. Well, from what I could tell, it wasn't that the emulator was bad. It's just that, you know, it requires a lot of power to run it. And my computer just doesn't have the power that it needs to run it. Also, I noticed that my sub-tanks were empty, so I'm gonna go fill those up quick. How many lives do I have? Just 4. Alright. Bubble. Ouch. What the heck? Bubble shield, you failed me. Super Sheep says, Sheep is back doing stuff. Nice. But yeah, on the subject of the 3DS emulator, it didn't work sufficiently, so we won't be able to do Mario 3D Land anytime soon. So I'm sorry about that if anybody was looking forward to seeing that on here. Although it doesn't seem like it would be too popular of a pick, so I guess that's alright. Okay, so here is a good refill spot for sub-tanks. Nice. Now I actually had to look this up. I had no idea about this when I first played. I mean, there was no indication of it, so how could I have really known? Anyway, that's the good spot to fill up your sub-tanks. I really do want to do Mario 3D Land on here, but since I can't do an emulator and capture cards for the 3DS are quite pricey. That's not going to be happening for a while. Super Sheep says, I forgot what was the first stream I watched. Watched by you, but I have to go. I'll definitely be watching the next stream. Okay. Well, catch you later, Super Sheep. How do I usually take care of these guys? That works, I guess. Okay. So, this level has the Shoryuken. And I want it. So, in the previous Mega Man X game, the Hadoken was the special thing for getting 100% completion. And the Hadoken was just nuts. It one-shot literally anything. Apparently, it even one-shots Sigma's or final form if you can manage to hit him with it, which I couldn't. So I've never actually seen it work, but apparently it's a thing that you can do. Come back. Yeah. So you're supposed to use the elevator to get through this part, but that's slow, painful, and annoying. So instead, I just use the crystal. Super Sheep says, actually, I'll beg to stay around, so I'm staying, I hope. Oh. Well, don't get in trouble for me or anything. Remember, these streams are archived, so you can always watch it later. Tib says, the only thing I'm excited for on this channel now is DK64. Never wanted 3D Land. That's basically like 3D World. Yeah, that was my thought process too. But if there was any sort of demand for Mario 3D Land, I would have wanted to do it. But sadly, it's not possible. Oops. And yeah, we will be starting DK64 pretty soon here. Either this Wednesday or whenever we finish Mega Man X stream. I'm not quite sure how I want to work it yet, but we will be doing it, I promise. That is my solemn vow to you. Anorak says, I cannot get the eel out of this ship for the life of me. Oh, man. Okay, so what you need to do to get the eel out of the ship is just, oh, nuts. Is just, swim next to his face, then swim away, go to the cave, and then... Oh boy. And then come back to the ship, and he should just be swimming around. Okay, here we go. Well, alright. Super Sheep says, I know, but I enjoy interacting with the stream. It makes me feel like I'm having an IRL conversation with you. Yeah, I will say that's the awesome part about live streams, especially with smaller YouTubers that can actually read all their chat. I.e., people like me. Tib says, I hope it's Wednesday. Well, I'm gonna discuss that with Adam this evening when he gets here, and, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what we decide. It'll probably be on Wednesday. It's probably what'll end up happening is, we'll probably stick to our current format of doing a different game on Monday and Wednesday, though that may change in the near future. Oh, nuts. Anorak says, he just won't move. Dang. Super Sheep says, imagine Mega Man 2 player. Oh, like simultaneous 2 player? Like the new Super Mario Bros. Games? That would be awful. Although it actually might be good because, you know, like Cuphead, then you could probably, you know, kind of keep each other on life support and make it through the stage. Helping each other out. Let's try this again. There we go. And if I did everything right, the Shoryuken should be in here. Yeah, boy! Wow! You are so cool! I'm not worthy! I'm not worthy! Step inside for a special surprise! Chronos says, hey, what up? Hey, Chronos. Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to Mega Man X2. Super Sheep says 500 IQ strat. Tip says, so how are you gonna do DK64 together? I know there's a 2-player mode, but that's not in the main mode. Well, likely what we'll do is I'll just do it. I'll just play the game. Adam doesn't usually play those types of games. And if I let him have the controller, the game would easily take at least twice as long to beat. And it's already going to take a while, so we're probably just going to stick to our single-player format. He's also not competitive with games like that, so he would likely just get frustrated if I made him play. Who am I fighting here? Chrono says, sorry, I've been busy for the past 2 or 3 months. Well, that's alright. Oh, not this thing. My strat last time was just to... Ouch. Was just to die and then have full health so I can come back and Shoryuken him. And that worked pretty well. But I'm gonna try and do it legitimately this time. Well, unless I die, of course, then I'll try and do the Shoryuken. Cool. Nice moves. Oops. Alright, I'll get to you guys' comments in a second. I just gotta focus here. Really? Surprised he's been stuck on that phase for so long. Alright. Really? That didn't finish him off? There. Kronos asks, what's new? Actually nothing much. I don't know if you were here when I announced this, but I got engaged and I'm planning my wedding. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that's new. Super Sheep says, I'm not sponsored, but I recommend a game on mobile called Soul Knight. Anorak says, OMG, yes. Of all ways I could find to get him out, it was from a Video Game Donkey video from 2011. Nice. Super Sheep says, I'm now watching this anime called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's amazing. 9.5 out of 10. Nice. I'm not into anime myself, but, you know, it's nice to find something to watch that you enjoy. Alright, so... Is this Sigma stage? No, it's not. No, it is not. I still have to fight the 8 Mavericks again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Where do I start? Super Sheep says, bruh, I'm full weeb. Oh, I know. From some of the things that you've posted in the Discord, I know. Don't be silly, crab dude. You can't beat me. I have your weakness. What you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do? Ah, well that sucked. Yeah, walk right into that saw blade. Oh my gosh, he actually did. Oh man. That is too funny. Anorak says, you know what I hate? What do you hate, Anorak? When I try to do things like this. But without the space. Oh, the fact that emoticons don't work? Or they have a weird kind of face in YouTube thing. Or YouTube's thing here. YouTube thing. My gosh, Jeff. Way to be descriptive. Tibbs asks, is this the boss rush? Well, kind of. Mega Man games are pretty standard in the... or about having, having you fight all 8 Mavericks. Ouch. Man, that guy still does a lot of damage. Or in the case of classic Mega Man, Robot Masters. They usually have you fight all 8 of them in sequence, or well, like this, in the last few stages. So this is pretty standard. Anorak says, and then YouTube makes it an emoji that looks nothing like what you're trying to convey to people. Oh yeah, I know it. I kind of wish YouTube would just have a standard emoji system. Super Sheep posts a bunch of emojis. Alright. In fact, that might be almost every emoji. You know, I actually don't like that. I actually like that less on Twitch. Because they have some weird emojis. And I don't get how the special emojis things works. Or if you have to pay to get special emojis on a Twitch streamer's chat. I don't know, Twitch is a weird space to me, man. I've never really tried to learn it, so... Like, I know how to stream to it, but I don't know all the nuances and the difference between a subscriber and a follower and stuff like that. Tib says, subs are pretty basic on Twitch. Okay. Is it pretty much the same as on YouTube, or is there some sort of difference? He got me! He got me! Hiya! Ouch. Take that. It's kind of weird that this guy's weakness is the grab chain. Oh my gosh. Maroro says, ¿Qué tal? Or hola, ¿qué tal? Well, hey, Maroro, welcome to the stream. And Tib says, no, subscribing on YouTube is as following on Twitch, but subscribing on Twitch, you pay the streamers money to do it. I see. It's kind of weird to me. Do you get like special sorts of perks for subscribing? I'd imagine that you should, because if you're paying for something. That is a lot of emojis. Like a whole lot of them. Ha ha ha! I'm gonna get you, alligator man. There's a $5 subscribe, $10, and $25. Maro says, I am from Peruvian. Neat. I don't know if we've got anyone from or if we have any subscribers from Peru. And for some streamers, you can get emotes. Okay. Interesting. Like I said, Twitch is kind of a weird place to me. Although I've thought about when I start streaming with my fiance, my to-be wife, I was thinking about streaming on Twitch instead of YouTube, but I don't know. Or maybe stream to both. Some streamers do that. The bigger the subscription, the more emotes you could get, says Tibbs. Okay. Let's see what this boss is. Hey, you. How are you doing? I forget what his weakness is. Is it Slicer? No, it wouldn't be Slicer, would it? I don't know. Super Sheep asks, why not stream on Mixer? And Diego says, use the boomerang. Okay. Also, hey Diego, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're right, that's definitely his weakness. Ouch. I don't want to use a sub-tank on this guy, because I don't want to have to farm up sub-tanks again. But it's starting to look like, yeah, you know what, I'll just die. As to why I don't stream on Mixer, it's not that I'm opposed to it or anything, I just haven't gotten around to trying it yet. We'll see. I've also not thought about how the chat would work if I did both Twitch and YouTube, so that's something I'd have to figure out. Tip says, but you can only give people a subscribe if they are a Twitch affiliate. Interesting. Like I said, it's a little weird to me, but if it works for people, hey, there must be a reason that it's a very popular streaming platform. Like the majority of Let's Play streamers tend to go to Twitch. And I'm not quite sure why that is, other than the fact that, you know, it seems to be more focused on gaming in general. So, I don't know. Also, I was a little off on my estimate. 30 to 45 minutes to finish these stages up. Skylar says, I'm back. Welcome back, Sky. Okay, so we have like 3 Mavericks left to fight? 4, okay. Well, that shouldn't be hard. Okay, here we go. Hello, dude. I don't get how this guy's a stag, but whatever. He's a pushover. Come on, adapt your attack patterns or something. Because this is just easy. Way too easy. Tip says, to be a Twitch affiliate, all you need to do is have 75 followers, stream at least 5 times a month, I think, stream at least 30 minutes a week, and have an average of 3 or more viewers. Pretty basic stuff. Super Sheep says, me, Dr. Lupo or Ninja, others, S. Vinos. What was this guy's weakness? No, that's not it. Silk Shot. Seems to be the case. Diego says, use the trash. On it, dude. I am on it. I never did like this guy. Alright then. There we go. Nice. Alright, that's one more Maverick down. Where's Adam? He said he was on his way like an hour and a half ago. Well, he should be here at some point. Hopefully by the time we start Mega Man X3. Super Sheep says, did you just assume a robot's gender? Diego asks, did you get the Dragon Punch? I sure did. But I probably won't be able to put it to use. Because you need to have full health in order to make it work. Tip says, disgusting. I'm sorry. Yep. Skylar says, I was wondering where Adam was too, lol. Yeah, he texted me at around 6 o'clock and said he would be here, but he might be a little late. Well, last time he said he might be a little late, he wasn't here at all. So I don't know what to believe anymore, guys. I hope he comes, though. I want him to see X3, and to be honest, I could probably use a little bit of help in the brain power department for X3. It seems way more complicated than X1 or 2. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. Oh, come on. Didn't even get a chance to hit him. There we go. Nuts. There. Tibbs asks, when is there a Mega Man collection of Mega Man collections? I don't know. There should be one though, like $100 game of like, hey, here's every single Mega Man Legacy game or whatever. Well, maybe not 100. Make it 60. Make it the standard video game price. Alright, we have one more. Let's do it. Hello, Overdrive Ostrich. How are you today? Can't really tell if that's his weakness or not. Now this is the ability that he gives me. That wouldn't do it. That's also not it. Crystal? Yeah, that's it. I don't really like that ability, but, you know, it's his weakness, so... Super Sheep says, overdrugged ostrich? No, 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 no. Overdrive ostrich, because he goes fast. Boss rush completed, says Tibbs. Yep. It has been a while, Mega Man X. What? Sigma? It seems that the X-Hunters have failed, but don't worry. I have arranged for some new toys for you to play with. Okay, so I've still not played the ending where you don't have to fight Zero. So let's see how this goes. Also, I want to figure out how to do the Dragon Punch. And to do it effectively. Well, that seemed to work pretty well. But of course I need to be full health to use it! Super Sheep asks, isn't an ostrich a captive prisoner? I don't know, is that some sort of slang for prisoner? I mean, I'm not aware of that, but I guess it could be. So this part's weird. It's whoa, an extra life. Anyway, this part's weird in that this is literally just copied from a different stage. And I don't quite get that, but what do I expect to get from these now that I have full health and full sub tanks, full everything except for extra lives? Super Sheep says, oh, it's a hostage that's a captive prisoner. Lol. Ah, okay. Hello. It's Sigma! Diego says, the Sigma's laziest moment. He didn't build a stage for himself, but asked one from his robots. Yep, that sounds about right. Look who I found wandering around, Mega Man. My friend here has a small problem with you. It seems that you let him die, and he's not too happy about that. Now I think it is time that he repays the favor. Yeah, Zero! Sigma, you should have studied the blueprints closer. There's only one Zero. Wait, Sigma, I know your secret. You are destined to follow me. Maybe so, but I still don't like you. Such bad writing or translation. Fine. If you will not follow me, then I'll watch you die. Once again! Wow. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mega Man X. The greetings will have to wait. We've got to defeat all the Mavericks, including Sigma. I'll take out the main computer, and you follow Sigma. Let's go! Skylar says, he looks cool lighting up pink. I thought you might like that. Here it is, X. Sigma lies just ahead. Alright. Let's go, Sigma. Get ready for a relatively weird and weak Sigma fight. I say that and he'll probably just destroy me. Diego says, 0. You go to Sigma's headquarters. I'll go home. You are merely a bothersome insect, Mega Man X. It is about time that I crush you beneath my heel. Yeah, let's see it. Ouch. Alright, well played. And I'm sure he has a weakness of some kind, but it's decently easy just to take him out with the X-Buster. Ouch. Look at this. If you have seen Sigma's X1 battles, they're a lot more intense than this one. Diego says, use the boomerang! Well, I just used the X-Buster. That was a piece of cake. Alright, now I'll use his weakness. Well, yeah, I'll use his weakness. When I get him down to like 3/4 of health. He's like, meh. Actually, I guess I can't really tell when I get him down to some value of health. Alright, this one's just stupid in that his attacks... Well, not his attacks, but... Yeah, you know what? He takes up most of the screen with this one, and it's stupid. Oops. Ah. So his weakness in this form is the chain attack, which is weird, but okay, whatever. He also drops these little enemies, which is... I missed that health, didn't I? Okay, now I've got him down to a reasonable amount of health. Let's start using the chain. Super Sheep says, wouldn't M-Buster be more fitting because Maverick Buster? You would think so. Other than just, you know, the Buster Shot that Mega Man uses. Or that X uses. Come here. Wow, I'm actually getting wrecked by this guy. Which should not be the case, because he's not that hard. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna use another sub-tank because why not? Oh. That was easy. Diego says use the Dragon Punch now, you are in full health. Or you are full in health. Yeah, I have difficulty using the Dragon Punch. It's awesome, but I can't use it very effectively. The Hadoken was much more easy to use. Where the heck is Adam? It's been nearly an hour. Mega Man X, I have lost you again. Each defeat only makes me stronger and serves to bring you closer to your ultimate doom. But something is not right. I don't quite understand. Why did Zero? He is last of the Doctor's creations. Arg. Well then. You know, things and stuff. But hooray, I did it! I beat Mega Man X2! And it took a little longer than I expected, actually, but that's alright. Me. Tib says, welp. That's Mega Man X2, kids. It most certainly is. You know, I actually haven't decided whether I like X1 or X2 better. They're both great, but I don't know which one I like better. Tib says, you've seen a casual playthrough. Yep. That was only my second playthrough, so yeah. Joined by his friend Zero, Mega Man X gazes out over the sea. Super Sheep says, it's still no pudding. X! Where's my pudding? You beat the game already! Sigma has once again been destroyed, but X wonders if the fighting will truly end. Where's my pudding? Was Dr. Light's dream of a world in which Reploids and humans live together in peace merely a dream? I don't know, but I would like my pudding, please! Anorak says, I heard X3 is really good. The price of peace is often high, X thinks to himself. Tip says, so now it's time to do a world record speed run, or else I'm gonna steal your ice cream. Who or what must be sacrificed for it to become reality? Super Sheep says, why can Sigma and X have a T part? I don't know. When the time comes, will he be able to do it? Skylar says, what are you gonna stream next? We're gonna stream X3 right now, actually. The future holds the answers, or... But yeah, to more adequately answer your question, since I've got the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, at least part 1 of it, I have access to the first 4 Mega Man X games. And now that I've finished Mega Man X2, we're gonna go straight into Mega Man X3. Full disclosure though, I had intended to beat X3 so that I had some semblance of an idea as to what I'm doing. Super Sheep says, man, I need to go. Bye, boys. Well, Super Sheep, we'll see you in the next stream. I hope. But have fun doing whatever you're going to do. But yeah, I didn't get around to beating X3. I had a really good, but busy weekend. So I didn't actually get around to finishing it. I did beat the 8 Mavericks, but I haven't found all the items, and I still don't know what the upgrades are all about. That's why I was kind of hoping that Adam could be here to help me out with that. And I don't know, as far as X3 being really good, I'd agree that it's good at the very least. I haven't finished it, so I don't have a right to really give it a full rating like, oh man, it's really good. But based on my initial impressions, I like it, but not quite as much as X1 and X2. And the general consensus is that, well, at least from what I've seen, X3 has ambitious goals and an ambitious upgrade system and everything, but it didn't incorporate it all that well. No, it's not to say it's a bad game, it's just it was very ambitious and you know, couldn't keep up with its ambitions there. It's been a little tedious, I'm not gonna lie, because I've been trying to beat the X games without using a guide for the most part. Thanks for playing, presented by Capcom. Alright, thank you, Capcom. Now we're heading over to X3. Now, this playthrough will likely take a little while because, like I said, I haven't beaten it yet. So I don't really know what I'm doing. Skylar says, gonna take a break. Have fun with Mega Man X3. Might tune in again later. Okay. We'll see you later, Sky. I love you. In the year 21XX, all the Mavericks have been neutralized thanks to the efforts of a Reploid scientist named Dr. Doppler. Using his neurocomputer, he has been able to suppress any abnormal behavior in the Reploids and prevent them from going berserk. Many of the most advanced Reploids have gathered near their new mentor and founded Doppler Town, a perfect utopian community. With Dr. Doppler guiding them, the world seemed ready to enter a new golden age. After a few months, the Mavericks, who were supposed to have been neutralized by the neurocomputers, suddenly appeared and began to riot. At Maverick Hunter headquarters, all the intelligence indicated that Dr. Doppler was the mastermind behind the invasion. Soon, the call went out to X and Zero to destroy the invading Mavericks and to bring Dr. Doppler to justice. Maverick Hunters X and Zero, dispatch. A few hours later, emergency contact was made by the headquarters of Maverick Hunter. Pew 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 pew. This is the headquarters of Maverick Hunter. We are under attack from the Doppler force. All units return to base immediately and return fire. Mega Man X3. Game start. Okay. So again, like I said before, I don't know what I'm doing with this game. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try to beat the 8 Maverick Hunters tonight, but I think that's about it. I won't be able to find all the items because I haven't found them all yet. So I don't know where they all are. But we're gonna try our best. X, I'll clear out the enemies here. You go ahead and deal with the ones inside. Ready? Go! Okay. I don't need that. Ouch. Okay, now that health might be nice. Mac, where have you been? No punctuation there, or no comma, rather. You're far too trusting, X. I'm now a member of Doppler's army. You will make a fine addition to our forces once you have been shown the true destiny of the Reploid race. Now here's the neat thing about Mega Man X3. It introduces a playable Zero, which I've yet to figure out how to actually use effectively. He seems to play like standard X, except he has, I think, a 3-tier charge system where you can use his saber, but it doesn't feel very good if you ask me. It's neat for sure. Ouch. Oh. It's neat that you can, but I haven't found a very effective use for it yet. Well, that was pretty easy. Are you okay, X? Thanks, Zero. I'm okay. I'll check around headquarters again. Be on your guard, X. Alright. So what do I have to fight up this way? Now, something that I didn't know... Actually, I'll get to it later, when I'm actually in a stage. Also, I'm not very good at dodging this guy's attacks. It's okay, though. He doesn't hit very hard. Huh. Man, where is Adam? It's like 10 after 8, and thought he would be here. Looks like we've swept most of the enemies out of here. Ugh. I'll go back. Check on headquarters. Call me if you need me. See you later, X. Well, that overwrites my save profile, but that's alright. Okay, so one thing I don't like here is that this map screen thing, or the X or the Maverick selection screen, doesn't tell you what the Maverick is that you're gonna go fight, or anything about it. It just shows a picture of the area. Now later, when you get the helmet upgrade, that's where this thing actually comes in handy. It shows you what power-ups and stuff you've missed, which is neat, but, you know, other than that, it has no real purpose. So, I've found that going with this guy first is my easiest bet. I think. We're gonna go for it. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there's nothing back there. Okay. So like I said before, I don't know where all the power-ups are. I don't really even know the proper boss order. I know some of their weaknesses, but like I don't know which one is the right one to do first. Okay. Tib says, "Oh, or okay, looks like everybody left, including me. I'm back, though. Oh, welcome back. I guess nobody likes X3, huh? Nah, I'm not really sure why everybody left, but that's okay. Man, I am not doing very well here. Okay, so I don't know how to get rid of those blocks. Anorak says, nah, I'm here. Yeah, I saw that there was one viewer, but I wasn't exactly sure who it was. Or if it was just YouTube lying to me. Hehe. It sometimes does that. Ouch. Okay. Seeing as I've not yet beaten this, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I'm just gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing. How do I get rid of that? I don't really know. I know there are boxes like that later in the level that I need some sort of armor to break, but I don't remember doing that for that heart container thing. Whatever. I'll figure it out. I can do it. I think. I do look forward to getting the leg power up. I don't remember where that is either. Ooh, I want. Even though I don't know what it is, it's shiny and I want it. Ouch. Okay. There we go. Back to full health, baby. Is there anything down here? No, there's just death down there. Ouch. Do. Oh, man, I screwed up. Well, okay then. So, from my experience, the this black hole guy, the guy that uses the gravity well power, seems to be the easiest one to do first. I mean, I was able to beat him without any other special weapons, so that's saying something. But I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know the optimal order of everything. Let's go up here. And this is where you get some X armor once you unlock it, which I still haven't figured out how to do. Ouch. 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 And there's a power up back here, but I need the armor to break those blocks. Black Frost, thank you for subscribing. Oh my goodness. Just as a PSA, I normally try and play or beat the games that I'm trying to play before streaming them, so I actually have an idea of what I'm doing. But that's not the case with this one. I'm kind of just going at this cold turkey, dude. But thanks for subscribing. Alright, so I'm gonna try and call on 0 here. So I discovered this by accident, but if you hit the R button here, you can switch to 0. Unless you're fighting a Maverick, apparently. That's awkward. Also, those things hit like a truck, so... Do I have an extra life? I do, good. I still have a shot. I still have a shot. I've got a chance, guys. Anorak says, oh, you got a subscriber notification. Nice. Sure did. I'm pretty happy with it. Ouch. Ouch. Man. I get 3 shot by this guy. It's nuts. And it's not like it's a hard attack pattern either. All things considered, it's pretty easy. You just gotta not suck. Whoa. Forgot about this part. Ah. Got him. Woo boy! Alright. I'm gonna text Adam quick. I got the gravity well thing. Okay, sweet. Next would be this guy. I think. Yeah, it's this guy. This guy's weak to gravity well. Blast Hornet. Captain Blasto! Tib says, yay! I don't think that there's anything down there except for death, so... Hooray for... Ow. Excuse me. Doop-a-doop-boo. Tib says, we're at this guy man stage. Indeed we are. I never pay attention to the names because they're, well, quite frankly, they're usually stupid. Also, I can't get up there, so I need the leg upgrade. And I don't think that's on this stage. I'll have to come back later. Okay, that's death. Man, I still have no idea what the optimal path is. Oh, jeez. Fighting this thing's gonna be a pain. Ouch. Ouch. Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Alright. Is there anything up here? No, there's not. Hooray! Also, hooray for respawning enemies. I mean, it's nothing new, but these guys are a pain in the butt. Alright, so there's a power-up in there, but I don't have the right stuff to get it. Am I missing something there, or...? Well, I think this is the boss. No, it is not. This is one of the X-Hunter rooms. Or whatever they're called in this game. Yeah. Whoa. See, in X1 and X2, I'd already beaten the games once or twice before playing them on the stream. So, I had a pretty good idea of where everything was. In this, I've got no idea. And it was... Well, okay. It was a chore figuring out which of these guys to fight first. But it at least netted me some itemage. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm dead. I don't know why I'm bothering to waste my resources here. Anorak says, I'm a quarter of the way downloading Sunshine, lol. Oh, that is taking a while. And, you're dead. Nice. Good news, guys. Adam just got here. Tib says, Mega Man X3 is a good game. Hey, Adam! Well, not bad. It only took you 2.5 hours to get here. Oh, was it? Oh. He is the Maverick Hunter I failed to catch last time. I had no idea he is so powerful. Bit and bite! Yeah, this is 3. Yep. Bring that Maverick Hunter to me, alive if possible. Affirmative, Dr. Doppler. Yep. Mysterious Maverick. Gee, I wonder who that is. Alive, Dr. Doppler? You are so kind.
What? Who is it?
It's Vile from the first game.
Oh, yeah.
Watch your mouth or I'll put you back where I found you. Even with your enhancements, you are still no match for me. Thanks for the upgrade, Doctor, but I have a score to settle. And I'll do it my way. Fine, just make sure you do it. I still can't believe that Maverick Hunter defeated my master twice in the past. Gee, I wonder who his master is.
Cranky McBaldy.
Cranky McBaldy. How are you, Adam?
Good.
Okay, so who was next?
Oh, so you beat the first two, I see.
Yeah, I beat the first two, but I don't know who's next. See, I didn't get a chance to finish X3 this weekend. I did beat the 8 Mavericks, but I'm not sure where everything is, and I don't remember who I'm supposed to fight next. So let's go with this guy. Tib says, I only have 3 games I don't have. That's a little bit confusing, but okay. And Anorak sends a smiley face.
They didn't even give you the name?
Yeah, I accidentally skipped it. Like, for a while I was convinced that they didn't give you the name of the bosses because I just saw the Dr. Doppler symbol there for like 5 seconds, and I'm like, well, guess they're not giving me a name. And then I skipped through it, and it just turns out that it takes a while to actually show the boss.
Well, at least you got the dodge move this time.
Yeah, that comes standard in the beginning of X3 and X2.
Oh. Sad
Instead
face.
well, no, not sad face, because the leg upgrade, instead of being that dash move, is a mid-air dash.
Ah.
And in this one, it actually gives you the option of going vertical, which is neat. I don't know where it is, but I mean, I got it before, but it was like 2 weeks ago that I got it.
This level is gross.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it looks like a sewer, so
It's either like, it basically is a sewer. It's runoff from something. Normal water ain't that color. That or they're having a really bad algae bloom somewhere.
oh hey, sweet. I could definitely use that.
This game doesn't even fill your health up when you get the hard upgrade.
No, the X games don't.
What? Weird animation there.
Yeah.
What is that?
That is a platform that apparently you can access the Mega Man X ride armors once you've unlocked them, which I haven't figured out how to do yet. So the deal with this game is it's very ambitious in its power-up system. So on top of your typical armor upgrades, health extensions, and sub-tanks, there are also the ride armors to find, and chips to upgrade as well, but you have to find the chips before you can upgrade them. So there are a lot of upgrades and collectibles in this game, but there's still the normal amount of stages.
Oh, so everything's loaded.
I don't know about loaded, but
Oh my goodness.
right.
What is that supposed to be?
I don't rightly know, but I forgot how annoying this boss is. I know it's not the Maverick. This is just the sub-boss.
I'm aware. It's so derpy.
It is, but it's very hard to dodge. Hey, I actually killed him. Tib says, what's your favorite SNES games? I think I'd have to go with just the standard answer and say Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, and oh come on, and Super Metroid. Those are my favorite SNES games.
Wow, they really work the. They had the same exact level design the last one. Fight mini boss, drain water.
Yeah, they did. Okay. But like I said before, I'm still not sure where all the upgrades are, and that's really throwing me for a loop here. Because...
This looks like a giant... I don't know what it is.
Am I going to be able to make that? Yeah, of course I am.
It's not a... Maybe they were trying for dam, but a real dam would not have water flowing over the top, because that's catastrophic failure.
You know, going back to my favorite SNES games, I would have to say that... Well, I thought I was done with that, so you're good. Yeah, this isn't the guy I'm supposed to fight.
How do you know?
Because his weakness is the ice ability. I mean, I can try and fight him, but I will likely not win.
He's quite weird.
Anyway,
it's like a...
Mega Man X and X2 are getting to be pretty high on my favorite SNES games list. I don't know which one I like better. Oh. I didn't have an extra life. I don't know which one I like better, but they are pretty up there on that list.
Okay, so which... Can you beat the ice guy up there, or...?
I can try.
Not the answer I was looking for, but okay.
Well, I don't remember who was weak to the bee's power.
Yeah. I never had an SNES, so no issue there.
Yeah, Adam was a PC kid growing up.
No, I didn't have computer games for a long time in my life, or any sort of, you know,
gaming platforms,
electronic game, until my brother got a PS2. At one point, and like I said, we had a couple of games on the computer, but I've always been a book person. And that holds through even to today.
Yeah. Like even during our streams, you'll start reading your book.
Not usually, but once in a while, like when we were grinding stars in Super Mario Galaxy 2, and it was literally you trying the same level, getting to the same spot and dying.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, not that I didn't like
minutes.
my Mario Galaxy 2, but I am glad that it's over. Oh, come on.
Oh, I enjoyed it a lot. Just the last stream.
Welcome, X. I'm Bit. I have my orders. You are to be destroyed.
This is one of the specialty sub bosses.
Yeah, and a royal pain in the neck.
I can see that.
Like, I don't think I have the health to fight this guy.
Is this just a brute forcer?
Well, I don't know. I know that this doesn't do anything to, like, most bosses. It's a gravity well. Enter access to check Discord. I will check it in a bit.
Yeah, Jeff's computer probably wouldn't be able to.
Oh, I can check it on my phone.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, you'd have to put everything down and use your phone, or and your computer probably can't run all that and stream at once.
Probably not. Oh, I have to start from the beginning of the level, huh? Well, that's
wow.
nice.
Ain't that just the
21 seconds on the dot, huh? 1 millisecond away from getting that star. I'm sorry, Anorak. That sucks. Anorak just downloaded obtained Mario 64 and has been playing it. He was on the secret slide level.
Oh gosh, that's tragic.
And he was 1 millisecond away from getting that star. Sad face.
At least it's not that far to this fight.
Yeah. I just wish I had this guy's weakness, whatever it is.
What was the other weapon? Did you even try it?
Yeah. There's that gravity well thing.
Well, and the other thing?
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't do much.
What is it, though?
It's just a bomb thing.
Oh, yeah.
What it does is it binds normal enemies.
Yeah, and this is why I
And
kind
then
of
blows up. So
kind of don't like. I don't know. It seems like they're getting cutesier with their powers.
Yeah, they did that with the standard Mega or the Mega Man Classic series too. Like, I don't know about cutesy, but definitely not quite as imaginative. Well, maybe imaginative, but I don't know. I just didn't like the powers as much.
Well, yeah, I don't like it either. And the reason, I was gonna say, is that and I call it cutesy. And the reason that I call it, cutesy in quotes,
Dang.
is because like now their powers have all these special extra effects. They bind, or they have gravity well effects.
Come on. Yeah. Oh.
Aha, you did it.
It is not possible for you to contain so much power. The next time we meet, the results shall be different. Okay, well, we'll see you later. Can't believe I wasted a life on that. Also, funny thing is, those guys, there are achievements for beating them without the chip upgrades. Like that guy, you get a Maverick medal, or the achievement, for not beating, or for beating him without the chip upgrade for your speed. And I'm like, what is a chip upgrade, and what does it do? And I still haven't gotten the chip upgrades. But apparently, you have your choice of 4 different chips to upgrade, but you can only have one of the upgrades. The one that I've found so far that I still didn't find the chip for, but I did find the station where you're supposed to equip it.
Yeah.
It lets you refill health. What? Oh, that's vile.
Okay.
No thank you.
What do you mean, no thank you?
I don't want to go fight Vile right now.
Why not?
Well, I have half a tank of health.
Well, farm some health.
And it's really hard to beat him, even with like 3 health upgrades, which I do not have. So I'll come back later. Skylar says Adam made it. Yes, he did.
Hi, Sky. Yeah, the rain was raining really hard. It was raining cats and dogs and water buffalo and humpback whales. And I couldn't. My windshield wipers aren't in the best shape, and so I stopped in Mount Morris and got something to eat and waited for it to stop because it took me a long time to get from. It took me like 45 minutes to get from home to Mount Morris. A little more.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, the chip upgrade. What it does is if you stand still for a few minutes, your health slowly starts to recover.
Which is the upgrade or just the chip?
That's the upgrade. Well, the chip doesn't do anything until you get the upgrade.
I'm not understanding.
Okay.
Dr. Light.
Enter this capsule X. Take this leg upgrade. Yes. You'll be able to dash left, right, and even up. Glad you got to the apartment safe, says Skylar. So you have to go get the chip.
Thanks, Sky. Now continue, Jeff.
Yeah. You have to go find the chip. But it doesn't actually do anything without upgrading it. It's just a chip that you install in your system, and it doesn't do anything until you actually upgrade it with one of the upgrade capsules. So, essentially, that's 2 collectibles. Yeah, and you can only have 1. You can collect all the chips, but you can't use all of them.
Can you use like one at a time, or you get to pick one, that's it?
That I could not tell you. I have no idea. Because, like I said before, I've still not acquired a chip to upgrade.
But one of them lets you just stand still and regen health?
Yes. Apparently another one lets you have two simultaneous, or not simultaneous, 2 sequential dashes. So you could probably get lots of upward movement with your leg dash.
I'm still not hearing anything with the ult that's all that great.
I don't know, that sounds pretty good to me. I don't know what the other 2 do. And like I said, I've not found anything yet, so...
Yeah. See, here's the thing. The hard... This game has some hard platforming where, like, the regen or the extra jumps would be good. And, you know, it has some hard but usually, almost always the hard parts of this game, the really hard parts, are the bosses. And neither of those things will do anything to help those bosses.
Right, there are some, I think there's some items, though, that are very tricky to get unless you have that leg upgrade chip thing. So... I mean, I don't really know.
Anyway,
So-
what I was saying about cutesy powers is, oh, this is like gravity well, it sucks them in and slows them down, and this binds them, and you know.
Instead of just being a straight up ability that hits people more effectively.
Well, I don't mind having these extra effects, but then they go and make every boss immune to these CC and extra things that the thing does.
Well, no, not necessarily. Like, I mean, most of the bosses. Oh, this is the boss I'm supposed to fight next.
And then you know the boss just to fight after that.
Yep, I do.
This looks like one of the derpiest of the Mavericks, I will say that. Doesn't really walk, just rocking back
Really?
at you.
I died twice. Oh yeah, bit.
Bit and then
Dang it.
death.
Okay.
And I like how they have just a frozen chunk of while he's sitting in the middle of. It looks like a tropical water.
You can see why I thought it didn't actually show the boss, so I skipped through it.
Yeah.
Blizzard Buffalo. What a name. Oh well. I don't play Mega Man X games for their creative boss naming conventions.
Yeah.
If I did, I'd be sorely disappointed.
But I was gonna say, like, most of the bosses are completely immune to the extra effects that the weapon has.
Yeah, except for the one that is actually vulnerable to that weapon.
And even then, he didn't get snared by it. He just took some extra damage.
Oh, this boss here? Yeah.
So, like, it's, you know, they're just, to the bosses, they're just pure damage tools. And, you know, they're vulnerable to one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And, like, and this is, I'm talking mostly the third game. The second one didn't do that too much. It had a little bit of that. But
Should I try and fight Vile this time?
might as well.
I mean, I'm gonna die, but... Skylar says, so Mega Man X is a robot, and he's in some kind of robot group and fights bad guys because... Question mark? Well, okay, so Sigma, this guy's former boss, basically.
Was the head of the Maverick Hunters.
Right, and Mavericks are robots that have gone insane. They're like, all the robots have a set purpose, but sometimes they go nuts. And then there was this group of Maverick Hunters that is supposed to put these robots down when they go berserk like this.
Think like a SWAT team.
Well, the head of that squad, the head of the Maverick Hunters went Maverick. And he took a bunch of other robots with him and made them Mavericks. And he's trying to make the world better suited for the Reploids and Mavericks and whatnot. And that could spell the end of humankind. So that's why Mega Man X and Zero fight these guys. Oh, that reminds me, Zero's playable in this game.
Really?
Yeah,
You just get to pick at the start menu, or?
you get to swap them out here. Well, except for here, I guess.
So you can swap them out anywhere.
Medi Erife says, hey, please subscribe. Please subscribe and like. Anorak says,
Somebody took.
also check Discord. I sent a video of a lost N64 commercial for an unreleased game. When watching the commercial, watch the unboxing vid. Or after watching the commercial, watch the unboxing vid. Somebody took the game and made the ROM downloadable online, and it's in the description. Neat. Skylar says, so who created the robot boss guy? Like, humans have to be in the equation somehow. Yeah, I'm not really sure, like, where Sigma comes from. It's kind of just an accepted fact that he's here since the beginning of the game, and, well, that's really all we need to know. I don't really know the Mega Man X lore. Anorak says you should play it for the stream sometime. Ouch. Yeah, I'll check into it. That would be kind of neat. Can't guarantee we'll actually...
Does that elevator not work?
Yeah. It looks really cool.
I realized Vile had his own level.
Yeah, and it's stupidly annoying.
Are there more? Is there one or more entrances, or just?
This is the only one I've found so far. Also, I don't know what his weakness is. And if he does have a weakness, I doubt I have it. Anorak says, nobody in chat spoil it for him. Hehe, you're trapped, X. Vile? Zero and I destroyed you years ago. This factory is set to blow in a matter of minutes. Until then, I'll try and keep you busy.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, this is the easy part.
What were they asking about? Making the Reploids?
Skylar was wondering where Sigma came from.
He was made by the same person that awoke X. Remember the doctor in the vid?
Oh, right, Dr. Kane.
Yeah, Dr. Kane made him along with the other... He was like the inventor of the Reploids who deployed, made them... Oh, you're gonna do it, maybe? Oh, you did it. Oh shit, there's a phase 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's why I didn't want to fight this guy. Although I have a sub-tank.
You'd have to use it though.
Yeah. I literally hit the pause. I literally hit the pause menu as soon as I got hit by the thing.
Oh god, start the beginning of the level again?
The beginning of his level, yeah.
This doesn't look like much of a factory. I can't tell, can you grab on those ropes and climb, or just
No.
look like it?
It just looks like it. You know what I did is the dash.
Yeah, you did. I got that. I was gonna say you're just up dashing on where the ropes are.
Ow. Yeah, I gotta say, I actually forgot about the fact that Dr. Kane created
I'm
Sigma as
assuming
well.
all the Reploids, but not like he personally.
You might be right. And X and Zero were created by Dr. Light, I believe.
Years before.
Yeah, the X was created 100 years before this game took place. He was
or
created by Dr. Light to have a conscience, an ability to make his own choices. And Dr. Light locked him away because he's like, the world's not ready for this yet. But the future needs you, blah, blah, blah. And I guess Zero was also created by Dr. Light. Ouch. Ow. Anorak says Zero is made by Wily. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know where Zero came from. I just know that he and X were partners in the like original Maverick Hunter group that dealt with these Mavericks. before Sigma turned, and he took like Chill Penguin and Storm Eagle, the bosses from the first game, are not Mavericks like in the second and third. They are the original Maverick hunters that were part. They all had squads of troops that they commanded under Sigma.
Oh, come on! The Doctor is human, right? Says Skylar. Yeah.
Yes. Dr. White is long dead. You just meet him in these holograms at the capsules. And Dr. Kane may or may not still be alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
I don't know how. In the movie, when this all started, which was years before this, he was on like the world's biggest life support machine.
Yeah, the continuity there. And he was in the city that got destroyed by the giant missile, too, so...
Wasn't he? I don't remember if it showed him getting destroyed or not.
So there's a plot hole if I ever heard one.
I know he was in the city, but the city wasn't totally destroyed, just heavily damaged.
Was it? Because it looks like it was totally destroyed. Where Sigma was appeared to be a different city. Skylar says, okie dokie.
No, he was looking out over the, like, burning stuff, wasn't he?
Could have been a different city, though. I mean, that giant missile, like, explosion radius just completely encompassed that city. I would have imagined that destroyed everything.
I'm pretty sure I remembered, like, multiple missiles hitting. Like, in different smaller explosions, kind of racking the city.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, see why I didn't want to fight this guy.
So he'll still be here later?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then, just go fight the boss. We've had our fun. Go fight boss.
Yeah, fun, that's what we'll call it. Anorak says, I'm gonna go for now. See ya. Well, thanks for tuning in, Anorak.
I'm trying to figure out what the poles are supposed to be.
I don't really know. I don't know what anything in this level is supposed to be. I'm just playing it.
See,
that was pretty slick. Did you see that?
This looks like part of that city.
Oh. Excuse me.
Gravity, what's that?
I don't know. Alright, so I've got my sub-tank filled. That's pretty cool.
Do you know?
Yeah, because I collected that health upgrade, or that health thing, when I was at full health and it didn't make any sort of sound, which would indicate the sub-tank being filled up. Wow, that did a lot of damage.
That did.
Okay, you know what sucks? I'm gonna tell you what sucks. There's the body armor upgrade, which reduces damage taken. Basically like in Mega Man X1. It reduces the damage you take to half. And also when you get hit, it creates a small field around you that further reduces damage for an additional 5 seconds. I don't think that you can actually get that upgrade until you've beaten like 7 of the Mavericks.
Why not?
Because it's locked behind a couple different walls that you need different abilities to get to, including the arm cannon and one of the harder Mavericks abilities. Oh, well, I'm off to a good start. His hitbox is so big.
Yeah, it is.
I've got a couple tries here, though. Now, I could try to go get that armor, but I don't think I can actually do it.
Well, at least get this one, and we know the one that has to fight after him, so...
Yeah.
Get these two bosses knocked out. point I was trying to say about the being kind of cutesy is that they look really impressive, and against lesser enemies who aren't a problem anyway, they have all these cool extra effects, and then you come to the bosses and they're just an extra damage burst if you have the right one. And it's just like, what the hell is with these extra effects? I mean, like, why bother including them? Like,
I would really like to get that armor upgrade if I can, but I don't know if I can actually do it. You get
I hate that weapon already.
Frost Shield.
Okay, it's charge up power. Must be a shield.
It is, yeah.
I hate that weapon. See, they create all these things, these cool extra effects, but they're slower and harder to hit. It's just like, just make my blaster do good damage to the next boss, and we'll call ourselves even. Okay, guys?
Sounds about right. And I also hate that there's a lot of... I love that hitbox. Anyway, I also hate that they also function as keys. And there's so many, like, keys to different power-ups. And there are so many locked doors and so many keys in Mega Man X3 that I don't know what I'm supposed to get first. Because there's some capsules that I can't get to without a certain power. And there's certain powers I can't get without, you know, getting to those locked doors. Like, some of these power-ups are locked behind walls that require you to have either an armor, like a ride armor thing, which I still haven't figured out how to get, or a charged up specialty weapon, which you can't get the charged up Buster or the Buster upgrade until after the last Maverick you're supposed to beat, or like second to last, I guess. It's just, it all drags down the experience for me quite a bit. Okay. There's also one of the sub-bosses, Bite, that I still don't know how to beat because his attack pattern is so monstrously ridiculous. And he does so much damage. Although maybe I can beat him with the body armor upgrade. But that's a big maybe. I don't really know. It's annoying because I don't know the optimal route to take or what I can feasibly do.
Well, that's part of the experience.
Well, sure, but for this one, there's a lot more to it. Yet, like,
they're still giving you nothing.
Yeah, exactly right. And it seems like there's one way that you're supposed to do it, and that's kind of the case with all the Mega Man X games I've seen so far. But you can do it in other ways in X1 and X2, and they actually encourage that.
This one feels like it's very much, you have to do it in this order, but we're not going to give you any real hints as to what the order is.
Right. And Zero doesn't seem to have much of a purpose either. Like, one of the big additions is that you can play as Zero, but you can't use him to fight any of the sub-bosses or the Mavericks.
So, and what's the point?
Exactly. I don't know what the point is.
We were just having this discussion with the weapons. Well, it doesn't really do anything to the bosses. Well, what's the point? My Buster works just fine.
Yeah, well, like, for some of the bosses, it stops them mid-animation. Like that bull there, his weakness that I used did stop him from charging the whole distance of the room, which, very, very helpful. But, especially for Zero, there's just no point to him. There's no point to that addition that I can see. And that's
I mean,
frustrating.
Does he handle any differently? Does he have any special abilities?
He does. X, I'm on my way. For one, he has a full health bar. But for another thing, he has like a 3-tier charge system, which allows him to use his Z-Saber. Wait, see, that's how much I use Zero. I don't know how to use him very effectively.
His Z-Saber? Why did you just...
I tried to do a mid-air dash. Apparently he doesn't have a mid-air dash.
Oh.
Sorry, X, I've failed. Looks like my power generator is damaged. Are you serious? Go ahead and crush them. You're our only hope, X. Well, hopefully that doesn't mean that I can't just use him for the rest of the game.
Wow, that would be the most pointless addition ever.
We'll have to test that out and see. Because I did read somewhere that you can only die once with him, but it wasn't specific on whether it was for the whole level or for just the game. Or for just the rest of the level or the whole game, I should say.
You should have tested his mobility before we had to actually do a dangerous jump.
I kind of just assumed that the upgrades that X got would also apply to Zero. Nope. Oops. That's all I have to say about that. Oops. Alright, I like this tactic.
Is it
Well, until he
blocking?
comes over here. Yeah.
Are you sure he's not weak to one of your weapons?
Not on any of the ones I've tried. And I tested it with all of the powers, so... The thing is, he doesn't have a health bar, so I can't really tell if they do any extra damage, but none of them made him flinch or anything. See, X3... I like some of the additions. They're a bit too ambitious, I think, and aren't implemented all that great, but I do like them. But so far, my experience has been hampered with this sort of stuff. And I hate to be critical of it because it's fun, but it's frustrating.
I mean, I think part of it is just the classic Mega Man frustration of how the hell do I get through this game?
Right, but this is multiplied by at least the additional items that you have to collect.
Yeah.
And it would be better, I think, if it was more distributed across stages. Oh, jeez. Thank you for Invincive Frames. Although, to be fair, insta-kill spikes are stupid and pointless anyway. Well, maybe not pointless, but I hate them anyway. At any rate, those are some of the frustrations I have with X3. It just feels like there's so much here and so many locked doors, and you can find the keys, but you have to find them in some specified order that you just don't know. Okay.
Did he just melt into goop? And what was that spike thing you deployed?
That was the secondary of the ice shot. Well, not secondary, it's part of the primary shot. See, once it makes target, or it makes contact with a wall or something, it drops an additional little mine. Which is neat, I guess. And those guys' invincive frames are annoying.
Not to mention the fact that he's got, like... You're trying to hit him with, like, this super slow missile and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Now I want to try something interesting.
Oh.
Oh. And I anticipate it will most likely result in failure.
Oh, goody.
But I want to see if I can do it.
Did you... You finished X2 before you started this, right?
No.
Like today? So you just started X3 at the beginning of the stream?
Yes. Oh, wait. Do you mean like I had not played X3 before? Or...
I know you've played X3 before.
Oh. So I finished Mega Man X2 at the beginning of the stream.
Okay. That's what I was asking. I was going to say, did it really take you an hour plus to beat the first 2 bosses?
No. It took me about an hour to beat X2 the rest of the way. So it was just that plus that I spent in X3 before you came here.
I sense a rock theme. I don't know why. Just it's a little subtle hint I'm getting.
The boss actually has a drill power, which is what I need for the arm cannon upgrade, which I need to get the... Excuse me, which I need to get the, who's it, the body armor upgrade. Hey, guess who respawned? Okay, I have something frustrating to show you.
Oh no.
Now, the remaining powers that I... Oh yeah, there's one more ability that I have that I haven't showed you yet. It's, Blop. Just acid. Anyway, the remaining power-ups are the drill from this stage.
Uh-huh.
Some sort of scatter shot thingy from the tiger boss.
Uh-huh.
A thunder shot.
Okay.
Some sort of electrical blast. And I don't rightly remember what the last one was. But out of at least those 3, which one do you think clears that boulder?
Maybe the scatter shot?
Electricity. And it's the charged up variant of the electricity blast. Guess who had to look that up?
I always tell you, try everything, even if it doesn't make sense. That's why.
That is exactly why. And that sucks. I hate that it's that way. It makes no sense. Like drill? Maybe a charged up drill shot to blast through the
Or maybe
boulder?
some kind of fire shot to burn the ropes.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's that. Or like even acid to disintegrate the ropes or something like that.
Yeah, have cutter or acid or something like that to break the ropes.
No, that would make too much sense. Although I will say that's an easy to get sub-tank, so I'm happy with that. Completely unrelated to what we're talking about, but it is a small thing that makes me happy. Ow! That was not worth my time at all.
Don't be any boss here. Woo!
That would have been Bite. And I don't know how to beat Bite. I do not. Also, these guys are ridiculously annoying.
Look how they fire too when they die.
Yeah. And those drills block my shots.
And aren't destroyed by them. Beautiful. That's just lovely and balanced.
See, X3 is... I like it so far. I see things it's trying for, but there are definitely things that have been hampering my experience. I don't know, man. Ow. Forgot about that. Also, for some reason, my buttons weren't working there. This is where that body armor upgrade is, I think.
So you need the electric power.
Yeah, the charged up electric power.
Wee.
And in order to get the charged up, or the upgraded armor thing, or not upgraded armor thing, the upgraded cannon thing, I need this guy's power.
Guess we're replaying this level.
Oh, here's the sub boss.
Really? He could almost be a real boss if they just detailed him out a little more. He looks too cartoonish and unfinished to be a normal Maverick, but he's also too dumb, but hey.
He's not using any of his other moves. That's interesting.
You have to admit, this makes him look really retarded.
It does. This is almost amusing. Oh, I killed him.
Like, he looks just so retarded. It's not his neck that he's thrusting at you either.
No, it's his belly. I'm trying to make this PG, Adam. My goodness. Oh, another one of you guys. Great.
You know, one of those enemies that is more annoying to fight than the bosses or the mini-bosses.
Bow, 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 bow.
Jeff! Jeff.
Which one was the electricity guy? I don't even remember. I think it was this guy.
I wish they told you the names of the guys on the menu screen. Like
oh, I do too. I do too. It is not this guy.
Crush Crawfish. Yeah, Crush Attack might break the boulder or something.
That's the tiger's weakness. That's basically it. I've seen no use for that power aside from beating the tiger. I mean, it's a cool ability.
Who is the tiger of what? What power?
His power doesn't really translate well to X's power, but he specializes with like a Wolverine claw attack thing.
And X gets
the scatter shot. Now, to its credit, the tiger does have some sort of scatter shot, but it's a secondary attack. It's not its primary.
That was the only time I've seen you fight one of those and not get insta-gipped. Or smacked up around before you could damage him.
Yeah.
This looks like another underwater level.
It's not. Don't worry.
Just nice oceanfront views, that's all.
Yep.
Now, isn't that an interesting method of attack?
Whoa. What? 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 What?
Apparently it's doing the two thing of sometimes there's just no floor.
I guess so.
Or...
Whee! Whee! I love X3!
Did you literally fall right through and just drop onto the pad uncontrollably?
No, I did go in it, but I didn't know it was there.
No, I mean, did you intentionally go into the pad after you fell?
More like instinctually went. Hey, Vile, ready for round 2? Had enough?
I kind of think he probably hasn't.
At least we don't have to go through the dialogue box again.
Yeah, those are pretty slow.
Oh, come on. Alright, so this is probably a good time to mention this. There are two ways of dashing. There are two inputs you can use to dash, I should say. One is the A button.
Uh-huh.
One is double tapping the control pad.
Is one of these alleviating your complaints about charge dashing?
No, that's been the case for all of these, but, like, in order to use a charge shot and dash, I either have to do that control pad method, which has questionable fidelity, I would say. Like, it doesn't work all
Okay.
the time. Or I have to put my fingers in a weird, kind of contorted
So much for that
position.
E-tank.
Well, there's, like, nothing in that E-tank.
Oh, it's empty?
It's not empty, but here's what it really annoys me. You would think that would fill up a quarter of your health. Fills up like 2 smidgens of it.
Oh, it's an exponential tank?
Yeah,
That's what the E stands for?
E for an exponential. And they're not even... Are they E?
Oh, no. There's some tanks, never mind.
But yeah, no, how do you keep doing that?
Not weighted anymore.
You need to weight it. Well, hopefully the mic's still working. Oh boy. Hey, let's see if one of my abilities does anything to Vile now. May as well try.
The real problem isn't the mic falling, it's the fact that it dismounts the shock mount. Like, all the rubber bandy spots go away. Probably the mic hasn't been hurt yet. It's just...
Well. Yeah. None of those abilities really do much of anything to him.
in this stage.
Yeah, I might try the secondary stage, or the second phase of this. But I have my doubts.
Probably filled up the subtanks.
No. No.
Wasn't there a whole level?
Yeah, but there's a lot of falling debris, remember? And it's kind of unpredictable. Mechasonic X says hello. Hey Mechasonic X. Welcome to Mega Man X3. Let's see if this does anything. Well, it's damaging him at the very least, but not any more than my charged up X Buster.
I want to see you try and use the Ice Blast. I'm sure that'll be just fantastically easy to aim. Am I still showing up?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, yay.
Well, okay then. Oh my gosh.
Does it literally do so much damage that you aren't getting anything in your E-tanks?
Oh, you don't get anything in your sub-tanks if you have a smidgen of health missing.
This game sucks.
No, that's the case with all the X games.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, maybe not the first one, but I don't really know. I do know that is the case, at least here in an X2. You would think they would have it programmed so that any additional health that you don't get from that pickup would
That's
go
what
to
I
your
thought it
sub-tank.
was an X1.
I think it probably might have been. Maybe they were just like, nah, that's too easy. Or that makes too much sense. Knowing Capcom with the Mega Man games. That makes too much sense. We can't use that. Now, just to be clear, I love the Mega Man games. I love the Mega Man X games. But I do have my minor annoyances with them. Oh. Anorak says, "Hey-o, I'm back. Welcome back, Anorak." Yeah, no, the Ice Blast doesn't do anything to him. I hate Vile.
Like how he keeps killing you by pooping a bomb on you.
Yep. Alright, well, let's go to the electricity stage. Anorak says, that rhymes. I was gonna make a comment about that.
Electricity.
Electricity stage. I forget what this boss is. I know it's the electricity one. Oh, Volt Catfish. So, first off, what a name. Second off, Volt Catfish. I don't know of any catfish that spew electricity.
Do catfish have stingers or something? Am I missing it?
Although, I guess by that same token, where does the Blizzard Bison come from, or whatever it was?
Oh, I was kind of thinking like woolly mammoth, you know, like woolly bison. Like oxes, yaks, whatever they're called.
What? Huh? This didn't work when I tried it in my other safe profile. Oh, that's why it's a Vile stage. That's the Vile access. Are you serious?
Have Vile access now?
Are you serious? I can't even get back up there. Well, guess what I'm gonna have to do again? Because I can't exit out of the stage. Although I guess I could have just kept killing myself on the spikes, which probably would have been a better idea.
Much better idea, actually.
Oh my gosh. I don't hate this game. I was about to say that I hate this game, but that's not true. I definitely don't like it as much as X1 and X2. That I can say beyond the shadow of a doubt. Well, no extra pickup for me.
Well, maybe on the second one. Okay.
Thank goodness. How much sub-tank do I have? Yeah, I have a full one. That's nice. Also, I hate these guys. I don't remember if I read this or not, but Anorak said the download is halfway done. He's trying to download... obtain Super Mario Sunshine. I wish I had a PC that was powerful enough to run Dolphin adequately.
Someday, definitely.
Yeah. By then, I probably won't have much use for it.
I'm sure you'll still want to play games, Jeff.
Yeah, but will I have time?
Not as much, probably, but yes.
Anorak says, did you see what I sent on Discord? Well, you mentioned that it was a video, so no, I haven't looked at it yet. Ugh. What? I hit the jump button.
I swear I hit the jump button.
No, I
swear,
seriously did.
Swear.
I've been noticing that when I do these streams with the Switch and the Joy-Cons. Sometimes the right Joy-Cons inputs don't register. And I've tried to separate the Joy-Con as much as or not separate the Joy-Con. I've tried to make it so that there's a direct line to the Switch from the Joy-Con. So I don't... Are you serious?
Why don't you just use the, like a controller?
Because I like the D-pad that I modded the Joy-Con with. A lot better than the one on the Pro Controller.
Like, remember how in the first game, we went through and in the levels we would use the different powers
Yeah.
quite liberally to get through them?
Yeah.
And now they're just like, which one is the boss weak to? Even though they're supposed to have all sorts of extra cool shit. But we don't give a crap, you just use the X-Buster for everything. That's what I hate. I feel like the powers are literally there for, but give me a different color. Like, literally, they're all harder to hit in this one. And their extra effects are, like, who gives a shit?
I'm with you, yeah.
And so, like, the second one wasn't as bad because it had some, like, AoE stuff and, you know. But by the third one, we've got to the point where we just don't even use the X. We just use the X Buster for basically everything except what is the boss's weakness. I know. In the first one, it felt like you really needed those different powers and you used them all over the place.
Oh, that doesn't do anything to him. That doesn't do anything to him. Gravity well wouldn't do anything.
It's likely you'll die before you hit a frost shot on him.
That also doesn't do anything to him.
Did you see what I sent on Discord? The commercial is only 42 seconds long, says Anorak.
We generally don't watch videos during the stream. I'll have to check it out later.
Well, maybe, I think you were close to filling up a second E-tank, sub-tank, whatever.
Was I? Oh, you're right. Huh.
If you can do that, maybe you can kind of brute force it this time.
I'll try.
I mean, you have the 2 sub-tanks, might as well get some use out of them. They can let you take, what, 2 more hits? Okay, there is a ledge. Like right there. There's a ledge there that's supposed to be blocking them.
I know it. Also, I think I had a pretty good call there.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, 2 full sub-tanks. Okay, so I've determined that none of my additional weapons do anything to Vile in either of his 2 phases. So it's just X-Buster all the way.
My question is, why doesn't he use that shoulder-mounted cannon that he's so liberal with in the second phase and is sitting right there here in the first one?
I don't know.
I can understand that the robot's, you know, eating his poop bombs and using them for fuel or something, but seriously here.
Well, I've got this phase pretty well figured out.
Careful, pride cometh.
Yeah.
That particular thing I hate.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, I see you, like, doing this, and I feel it when you're doing it, and, like, how your fingers move. It's just like, okay, everyone, prepare the special dodge for the bullshit move.
Yep. Persistence isn't everything. You got a new... Oh, okay. But remember, this factory is set to blow.
You got sub-tanks. Who needs health? Now we have to escape?
Yeah. And guess what? I didn't manage to do it on my personal profile. Also, this elevator doesn't work.
Start jumping. He said there were a couple minutes, not 50 seconds after you beat him.
He probably meant, like, while we were fighting him.
Yeah, but even then, you would assume that it wouldn't just happen to be a minute left.
Yeah, I made it.
That's the end?
Yeah, that's the end of the Vile stage. Now back to the normal stage.
Ugh.
Now back to your normally scheduled broadcast.
What does beating Vile give you?
Nothing as far as I can tell.
I love this game. They have all this ridiculous number of power-ups.
So, like, Yeah, but like, so the X Hunters in X2, they gave you some sort of
Piece of
reward.
zero.
Yeah, they gave you a piece of zero, so you wouldn't have to fight them in the last stage. So they gave you that gave you some sort of benefit as to actually beating them. But in here, I see nothing. Now that's not to rule out the possibility that it does something in the last stages, but I highly doubt it. And right now they just don't do anything. It does literally nothing for me.
There was probably something down there.
No, that's the way forward.
What happened there?
Screwed up.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the game's fault. That was completely my fault.
Okay. I didn't know if you were... What were you trying to do there?
I was trying to dash over to the other wall.
Oh, okay. Does that normally work?
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to get it.
So it doesn't work. So that doesn't take you down anymore.
No.
Okay.
See, I was confused because last time I beat Vile before accessing that area, and I saw that hatch there, the platform, and I just figured, oh, it needs the weight of like a tank, one of the armors, to weigh it down so that I can go down there and probably get some sort of bonus goodie. No, that was just Vile, which doesn't give you anything.
So you said that you
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to get that.
Well, it worked, but sheesh.
Yeah. Anorak says, do you ever plan on playing Mario 64 DS? Probably not for the streams, no. See, what I would love is if somebody...
What's up there?
Probably something. What I would love is if somebody made a Mario 64 ROM hack that included all of the Mario 64 DS content, because I like the content a lot, but for me it is just unplayable with the controls.
Wait, is this the way forward?
No. That, I think, might be the body armor upgrade, actually. I might have been wrong before. But I can't get up there until I have the charge shot. Well, not charge shot, Buster upgrade, so I can use the charge shot on the black hole thing, the gravity well.
Makes you float.
Brings that platform up.
Ah.
I mean, if there was enough demand for me to play Mario 64 DS, I could suffer through it, but I'd really rather not. Anorak says, well, you know there are DS emulators, right? Well, yeah, I do know that. And it's also available on the Wii U Virtual Console.
Wait, what was that?
That's another one of those armor platforms. We saw one of those earlier. That's where you go to
and you haven't unlocked it yet.
Yeah.
Bugger all.
So it's not an issue of, like, I can't play it on the stream because I don't have the right tools for it. I do. I really don't want to play it. Like I said, if there's enough demand, I'll suffer through it, but I'd really rather not. Actually, what I would like to see is, like, a remake of that game that fixes the controls.
What was so horrendous about them?
Okay, so the Mario 64 DS was on the DS.
Yeah.
It is a 3D platformer game.
Yeah.
That controls with a D-pad.
Ah.
If it released on the 3DS, it would have been able to use the 3DS's circle pad, which I don't know if it's I don't know if it's full 360.
What's he weak to?
I don't remember. No, it can't be that. Doesn't look like that's it either. Now, I don't remember if the 3DS has 12 directions or full 360 degrees, but either way...
That's still better than 4.
Yeah. And the controls... It's hardly playable for me. And even if I played it on the 3DS or Wii U, those 8 directions are still mapped to that joystick. Meaning that I would get no benefit from using a joystick.
Ah, that sucks.
Now, I understand the appeal of Mario 64 DS. I really do. But unpopular opinion, maybe? Though that game's controls makes it unplayable for me, and I just can't even. I don't know if that's a surprise to anybody, but I know we mentioned it on our Mario 64 playthrough, but that was 4.5 years ago. Well, not 4.5, 4 years ago now. So, I'm nuts.
Wow. What is he supposed to be weak to again?
I don't know. But yeah, Anorak says that opinion is not unpopular at all. Okay, I'm glad. See, I watched a Remake or Rebreak episode on Exo Paradigm Gamer, where he compared Mario 64 and Mario 64 DS, and he gave Mario 64 DS the title of Replace, which is the title he gives to games that, you know, make it so that the old version of the game is obsolete, and that there's no point in playing the original when you have access to the new one. He gave Mario 64 DS that title. And that really annoyed me because, I mean, it's his opinion. He's allowed to have whatever opinion he wants. I'm not upset about that. But, I don't know, for me, the controls just 100% ruined everything. I like the game. I like the content it adds. I like the ideas it had. I like the 4 playable characters. I like the extra stars and everything. But the controls just killed it for me.
Wow, this stage is annoying.
I do have my sub-tanks, so I can use one. Should I need to.
I'd at least consider it at this point.
So that's why I say I'd like to see a remake of Mario 64 DS. Because if they could fix the controls, I would absolutely love it. And I'd likely still prefer the 64 version, but 64 DS could be great. It could be amazing. And the fact that it's just the controls that hold it back is... It just bothers me a lot. I want to like it, I do, but I just can't bring myself to do that. Alright, so I don't plan on playing past 10 o'clock. I wanted to beat all 8 Mavericks, but if 10 o'clock comes and I haven't beat all 8, I'm not going to make myself go over this time. So I'll be ending in 20 minutes. Hopefully that's enough time to beat the 8 Mavericks. Considering I have most of the weaponry now, I should have most of their weaknesses. The only one I know I don't have right now is the Tiger's weakness.
Which is this guy's?
No, it's the crush crab thing.
Oh, okay.
Crush crawfish. What a name, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I feel bad for wanting such unreasonable remakes and stuff just to pander to my interests, but hot dang, it would be nice if that happened. Oh, come on. Why this guy? Why? Oh, that's how you dodge him. Okay. That's not so bad. Except it is.
How you? Well, I don't get it.
Alright, so whatever that thing he throws on the wall is,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me fall away from the wall, making a wall jump and dash over him very tricky to do.
Ah.
And then he catches me and does like a third of my health bar and damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Okie day. But like I was saying, I feel bad for, you know, wanting these things that just pander to my interest, and they're unreasonable. They're never gonna happen. But they would be nice. Like, back when I didn't know if the Wii U was going to 100% absolutely fail or not, or if it was gonna have a comeback like the 3DS did, I was like, you know what would be awesome is if they made a Metroid Prime 4 on the Wii U, and then a new 3DS Metroid game, and had some sort of cross, you know, compatibility or something that let you share content between the games, like Metroid Prime 1 on the GameCube and Metroid Fusion. Now, in that game, it was just a simple, you know, reskin of Samus. She got the fusion suit if you played and beat Fusion, and that was kind of neat. It could even be something like that, and I would have loved it. But, you know, the ill-fated Wii U. Oh. Are you seeing that? Is it even worth it to use a sub-tank at this point?
I don't know. That is up to you.
I don't think so. I've lost too much health too early.
Is he weak to anything?
You know, that's a good question. I could check.
Up to you.
But, you know, I have that a lot. I have that where I'm like, this company should pander to my interests and they should release this thing that I think would be cool. And it's an unrealistic expectation. Now, I don't get mad when they don't do it. And that's, I guess, what makes it less unreasonable. But I do have those things that I think would be cool, and I would 100% buy if they did them. But, you know, I don't know how much money it would make for them. I don't know how it would sell, or I don't know if that, you know, whatever they would make would end up, you know, failing my expectations in some way. So, I don't know. That's me being mad at myself for wanting something from a video game company. Oh. Still, that would be nice, though. Are you serious? It canceled out my X-Buster when I did that? I didn't think it would. Well, not that either. Triad thingy. Nope. Gravity well. Didn't have a chance to use it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right, my friend. Oh boy is right. Let's try to get to him with full health, huh?
This might be cool. New trick you could break out.
Yeah. You know, I didn't think of that before.
Yeah, no. Brand new technique here.
Anorak says you should download VR chat on stream, do a stream of it, and prepare for hell. Dear.
We don't have a VR headset.
I don't know if you necessarily need one to do VR chat. Like, the experience is enhanced with VR, but I don't know if it's strictly necessary. Either way,
I have no words for that.
I mean, it's right in the name, so you'd think it would be necessary, but I don't know for sure if it is or not. Oh, gosh.
See, that is the most convoluted, crazy, and dumb basic weapon I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I hear you. Alright, let's equip my ice thing and prepare for disappointment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anorak says you don't need a VR headset for it. Nope. Nothing. It's gotta be the X-Buster.
Gravity well. Use the gravity well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll work. That'll show him.
Yeah. Is anyone even weak to the gravity well?
Yes.
Oh, what a surprise.
I know, right? It's a pleasant surprise. Okay, I think I figured it out now. Ouch. Man, I hate this boss. But now that I figured out the trick here, it's not so bad.
Would you just be above him all the time?
Yeah. Well, except for there, because that didn't work. Anarch says, but you do need no will to live for it.
What?
For VR chat. Yeah, unfortunately I do have a will to live, so
Yeah, no.
that could probably hamper the experience a little bit. Isn't that where the Ugandan Knuckles thing originated? VR chat?
I don't know, I think that's a little older than VR chat, but I'm not sure.
Got him. Wow, I actually beat him. I didn't expect you had this power. I've lost this time, but I'll crush you next time. I can't believe I actually did that. That was awesome. You know. Oh boy, time for me to become the internet historian, says Anorak. Alright, do school us. I forgot where Ugandan Knuckles originated. For some reason I thought it was VR chat. Anorak, you are the new gaming historian. I know that's already a channel, but you could be on that channel. Excuse me. I actually think that the guy I'm gonna fight here, the Maverick,
Yeah.
is weak to the electricity. So
Wait, over there. Over there.
can't do anything with that, Adam.
Did you get the first one?
You can't. You gotta have the charged up version of the electricity. Remember?
Oh, bugger all.
See what I mean about having too many keys and too many locked doors? I don't like it. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a sub boss.
Yes, this retarded derpo.
Well, you haven't seen his full moveset. I promise it's not just this. It's not much more than this, but his extended moveset is harder to dodge. Is he ever going to use it?
You're not convincing me here, Jeff.
No, I'm not. This is inexcusable. Anorak has a comment. So the Ugandan
Really?
Knuckles began with a review of Sonic Lost World for the Wii U by a YouTuber named Gregzilla. In the video, for a few seconds, there was a funny drawing of Knuckles. Let me type the rest. Oh, I probably should have read that last part before I read that. Whatever. Yeah, I do remember you telling us this at one point, but I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because, you know, Uganda Knuckles. Yeah, I didn't.
Give a shit.
Right. Oh my gosh.
You forgot about the bouncy effects?
No, I remembered. I just...
Forgot that they one-shot you?
Oh! Og! Og!
I don't think you ever got to the boss in this one.
I did not. I think that's actually where I died last time.
Yeah, because those things do like a third of your health per ball of doom.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and read that comment, Adam.
Seriously, you got hit twice already? Both boulder guys got you?
Yes. Yes, they did.
I thought they were about the slowest,
Okay.
dirtiest things ever.
Which we now know is Ugandan Knuckles. Eventually, another YouTuber named Frame Raider took that drawing and made a video where the Knuckles sings a Fallout song. And then in the comments of that vid... Wow, this is a convoluted history if I ever did hear one.
Yeah.
Oh, this might actually be effective here. Poof. Poof. Ow. Anorak says, Gregzilla said he was now the new owner of the meme, and so Frame Raider for a few months made a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of Singing Knuckles memes until Black Panther came out. Oh.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't either. It should be Wakanda Knuckles.
Yeah. No.
Hey, you. Hey, Jude. Anorak says, and once that came out, many people made Ugandan accents a meme and brought attention to the very first Ugandan movie called Who Killed Captain Alex? Gets even more convoluted. I didn't think that was possible. Oh, jeez. I do like that vertical dash. That is probably my favorite addition to X3 so far. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, da. I don't get why he's not using the rest of his moveset.
I don't know either, but I feel like he...
Can you get that comment, Adam, while
could...
we're waiting for this?
Yeah, sure. I feel like he could be replaced with, like, a trash compactor and do exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow people took the Singing Knuckles memes and the Ugandan memes and fused it together to make the Ugandan Knuckles meme. After that, the meme moved on to VR chat when it came out, and then...
Let's try to not 100% botch this up.
I don't have a lot of confidence in that.
Neither do I. But I'm gonna try using power here. Okay. Ow. Ow! My gosh! I don't think that worked.
Maybe the electric one?
Yeah, that seemed to do it. Good thinking. And then that went on for about 2 months until the meme finally died off.
Finally.
And that's the story of the Uganda Knuckles meme. Well, thank you for telling us that.
I didn't know it could do that. Good way to start a boss fight.
We're not even there yet. I need to save some of this. How?
Yay!
Alright, well, here's the boss.
Anorak says, I warned you, lol.
You sure did. Oh. Hi.
Really, Jeff?
What? I had no health. Did you really want me to waste ammo and not be able to beat him?
You had a sub-tank.
That's not his weakness. That is. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use... No, I'm not using the sub-tank. Skylar says, I'm back again. Lol. Hi, Sky. I'm gonna die. Yay! Oh, well, alright. Wasn't expecting that. Well, at least we know what his weakness is now.
Mm-hmm. Anorak, Skylar, you missed a lot of bad memories.
Well, with Super Mario 64 DS and the Ugandan Knuckles meme, and my general disappointment of the Wii U, and my not so fondness of this Mega Man X game. Yeah, a lot of bad memories. Alright, ow. Really? Alright.
Woo! Just in time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could have finished him off with the X-Buster, but...
Skylar says, oh dear.
Alright. I think, I do want to get those 2 upgrades before I finish.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't have to beat the stages for them. Skylar says, maybe it's a good thing I missed them.
What'd you get?
It's like a drill. I mean, what else? What else would you expect from that guy?
In this game?
Anything.
Don't ask those questions.
So true. So true. Oh, I remember what upgrade was in the Yeah, I'm just gonna blast through this part. There's a sub-tank over here that I want to get, though, so I guess I'll go ahead and get that.
The heck are they throwing?
I could not tell you.
They look like baguettes.
There's the sub-tank that I was looking for. And I don't need to play this level. There it is. It looks we're dropping frames like mad. Okay, maybe we're back to normal now? That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh well.
Hey, what's in here?
I don't know, but I'm being cautious. Okay.
Hello.
Anorak says, I'm really hoping this game actually works when it's done. It's really laggy. The sound is fine. Yeah, we were dropping a lot of frames there. I'm sorry. Take this X-Buster upgrade. Skylar says, what do you mean? By the game that he's trying to get working? He's trying to obtain Mario Sunshine for Dolphin, which is an emulator. Now this is neat. I do like this. Because you have your options as far as the shots. You could do the 2 somewhat weak shots. You could do a big shot like that and then shoot a stored one, or with the right timing, combine the shots.
That's pretty cool.
I like that. So now we're gonna go. Yes, that death was intentional, by the way. Now we're gonna go get 2 more upgrades, and then I'm gonna be done.
Okay.
We'll
You sure you don't want to try and beat one more?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I beat the rest of the Mavericks, or should I call it a night after I get these upgrades? Those guys are not being nice to me.
Really aren't.
Because I could beat the Mavericks pretty quick now. I have the right stuff. Well, for the crawfish. And then...
He'll give you the stuff to beat the tiger.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
When you punch the ground, it drops it?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
And then it just shoots 2 little... How come the charge power looks so much worse than the...
Yes.
so much worse than the souped up power?
I agree with you. I don't like it. Michaela says, hello. Hey, Michaela. Welcome to the stream. Ah. Okay. Why did I do that? I really hate this thing. I really do.
Yeah, it doesn't really, you know, fill me with joy.
No. Ow. Well, that failed utterly.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's alright, though. Was there anything down here? No? Okay. I'm pretty sure I checked that last time. And I just forgot. Here we go. I don't have to beat that sub-boss. That's nice.
Yay.
Hooray for little victories. Now, this is where the helmet actually works well, and I like it. Enter this capsule, X. Take this sensor upgrade for your helmet. The upgrade will help you to find hidden items based on the satellite readings. You should be able to tell the exact location of items using its ground-penetrating radar. Now, at the beginning of a stage, when you enter it with this upgrade, it shows a map of the stage. Just a tile system. And highlighted areas will show where hidden items are. There's no more in this area, I guess. Now that is much better than it was in X2.
Yes, let's not discuss X2's version of a helpful helmet.
Now what would make it better is if I could bring up that map at any point in the level. Unfortunately, it only works when you first get into the level and you can't use it again.
That's annoying.
Also,
but I can like...
You can forgive it.
Yeah, forgive it.
Also, this also helps from the helmet. It gives you a list of the collectibles that are in the stage and the collectibles that you haven't gotten yet.
That's nice.
Silver Star says, have you guys played Minish Cap? Not yet.
I have.
Well, he means for the stream.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, I've definitely played it before. I've 100%ed it. Okay, so there's 2 item upgrades here. See, isn't that nice? Although the only one that I'm really interested in here right now is,
I'll go get the other one while we're here anyway.
well, I don't think I'm able to yet.
You got like everything.
Nuh-uh. Still gotta get those chip upgrades. And still gotta unlock the armors. I'm pretty sure that I cannot get that second item until I unlock one of the armors. Or
how the hell do you unlock the armors?
I don't know, dude. I haven't figured that out yet.
You've almost finished the first section of the game.
I know. Finished, though. Not completed.
But this section of the game closes up shortly.
No, it doesn't. You can still access these levels.
Other games you couldn't.
No, you could. Not in the not in the Mega Man Classic games, but in the X games you can. But no, Minish Cap is on our to-play list. We haven't gotten around to it yet, and there's 2 more games that are ahead of it in queue. Donkey Kong 64 for our Wednesday slots, and Sly Cooper 2 for our Monday slots, probably. Unless I decide to rework the schedule.
Hope not.
Well, they're both fairly long games, and I don't want to, like, get trapped in not having finished them.
I think we'll have time to finish them both.
Donkey Kong 64 is going to take, like, 7 parts, at least. And I don't know how long Sly Cooper 2 is.
It's not that long.
Okay, there's the body armor. At this point, it's not as useful, but that's okay.
Why were you glowing?
When you take damage...
Oh, it's your damage reduction shell?
Yeah, it protects you even more. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and exit this level and be done.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's what you want.
That is. We'll pick up on this where we left off next week. So, thank you very much for watching, you guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when we next start streaming or post a video. And this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be playing Donkey Kong 64.
Mm-hmm.
And
Monday,
yeah,
we're going to finish up X3 here And if that doesn't take the entirety of the stream, which it probably will, we'll start on X4. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.
Yep, bye-bye.